Hi, my name is Kiriga and I'm a new player in Epic 7. I wanna just make a video and talk about my experience reaching Challenger in Rookie Arena and Master in RTA, how I enjoy the game, what I think about the game. I give it a solid 6 out of 7, or play it if you like it out of 10. All these games are free to download, I think you can give them all a try. I completed Path of Air a while ago. I think it took me 30 hours to complete PvE in this, 30 days to complete PvE in this game. Now it's only Rift left here in the Orbis guide. And my consecutive login is at 48 days. So I'm slowly building up to the Mystic Medals here. And then in Abyss I cleared everything. Just showing you that I really did all of it. I think 102 was complete BS, and then obviously the randomness and all these flaws is just something you have to deal with, but it was fine, it was good enough. Then Hunts, I cleared everything except for this guy. And the immunity set, I have one of them, but I just basically got it from other ways. In Rift I just am working towards the seasonal reward, not really farming for equipment, but instead for the Orbis guide and just getting this up. In Rookie Arena I basically use all the same stuff all the time, and I'm constantly around like 5,000 points here in Challenger 1 and just hoping to get into Hidden Arena at some point. And yeah, my previous rating was not much higher than this one as well. My defense team is usually the same. I pulled Hasati not too long ago, so I put Hasati in and that's it. Yeah, and I did reach Masters in RTA, and I want to talk about it a bit, how I did and what I used, and most of it of course were not my own units because I do not have any units that are built to any extent. I'm gonna talk about my units later on. But yeah, win rate not too bad, and since you get more points than when you win than when you lose, it's easy to climb, kind of. So Masters is locked in basically. I played my 4 DK games, 2 wins, 2 losses, and I'm gonna talk about them in another video. Here are my heroes, you can see them, and I'm gonna speed this up a bit. Just show you all of them. I have a few which are good, but I haven't built them at all, like Death Dealer Ray has no gear. Then Genesis Ras is not built. Then Setsuka is not built, for example. Then Amiki is specialty changed but not built. Architect Laika I can't cleave at all on this account, I'm just too slow, and so on. Wretched Rose is maybe a unit I should consider with Genesis Ras at some point. Xavier Aiden is one of the build units I have with quite high gear score, but I can't use her, she's not dodging on my team, on the opponent team she is. Lorena for PvE, completely of course carried me through Abyss. Meditator Kawerik is the only unit that I have built and who I used every time. Senya is also quite built here, but I would like more HP at some point. Renak is quite fast, with the ring that I got from the Craft Your Perfect Equipment event, whatever. She's quite fast. Still not faster than enemy Renak of course. Haseti is quite built. I have one piece that I would like to replace with more HP, maybe at some point. Sylvan Sage Vivian has the only lifesteal set that I have built to some extent, with HP and health and crit. BBK, I would like her to have more attack, but I'm not cleaving at this point anyway. Lone Wolf Para was one of the first MO5s I got, and yeah, she just doesn't fit really my playstyle, I'm not fast enough. Mort is a good unit, I like him a lot. He shuts down the counter units on the enemy team. FCC, my FCC is not tanky enough, but she's quite high speed for a tank I think. Maybe I'll change that at some point. Afternoon Soak Flan has good stats, but I'd like more attack at some point. And then down here is Ruel. I have her on some reversal set, but this is not finished as you can see. I just put some gear and was not happy with it, so just kept it at plus 12. And lastly, Lone Crescent Bologna. I'm quite happy that that we are getting changes. And yeah, I'll level her up. Currently she's in Grace of Growth. Pera is also a unit I used for Guild War as an opener, and then Death Dealer Ray. I really didn't use him a lot, but I know what he does, and it's a strong unit that I will level at some point. Genesis Ras, of course, you can play him in any team. but I don't have the currency and I don't have the resources right now to level them up. And this is in the journal, basically all the units that I unlocked, the ML4s and ML5s. It's quite a good roster, I would say, but most of it doesn't fit my account, like I can't really cleave, I can't be fast. Then I have a lot of knights. If you just look at the elemental units here, I have a lot of knights because I pulled on the Glorious Throne banner. And I'm using a few for Rift and the rest on for other stuff, but yeah. Not really making much use of my other units, except for my ML characters. These are my artifacts, the 5-star ones. I don't have most of them leveled up, but I have quite a wide selection at this point. I think I have 2 more bottles that I can use somewhere. I have Gifted Pen from the Ruiza banner, and I have Abyssal Crown for my Haseti. These are my pets. I have like a few S tier pets, triple S pets, or like double S pets, and I use one for the lobby and just the usual stuff. I'm trying to build up my hunt pets, and I'm also trying to build up my Rift pets, but this is still a work in progress, so at some point I'll get there. Yeah, and just want to share my gear that is above 100 equipment score here. A bunch of different pieces with different strengths. I wasn't shooting for much anything really, just upgrading gear and looking what I can hit, and this is probably my best piece here with 25 speed. And yeah, the rest is just a bunch of random stats more or less, and then whatever unit needs them, I'm putting it on this unit. I'm just upgrading gear for the sake of upgrading gear. A lot of the stuff from the Path of Air missions rolled quite well, I would say. So I could keep it right from the start, but I also did farm a lot of Wyvern and a lot of Golem. So I predominantly have speed and HP sets. Rinak is fast, but if I put like my fastest equipment on her, then she is actually above 300 speed. She's at 309, but there's just Rinak things. On a normal unit I could be 299 with the best or the fastest equipment that I have currently. So my opener is basically at 299, which is not fast enough to compete with cleave compositions. So I chose to play a slower style, but I didn't know really what to do. And since I didn't know, I asked ChatGPT. Who else, right? And I unfortunately found out quite quickly that ChatGPT does not have very accurate and very well, good information. Who would have known, right? Anyway, I tried to communicate my account and it stayed to the best of my ability. And yeah, so I quickly found out that it doesn't know about units like, I don't know, Bossaranka or whatever, and even when I told it to do research, it didn't. But anyway, I was just looking for any strategy at this point, really. And it told me, yeah, okay, yeah, your pool is good, you don't need to reroll. I was even thinking about rerolling because my score was like 716 in RTA, so I was just completely giving up. I started in bronze and I didn't know what to do. So yeah, it told me, yeah, it's your gear and your understanding of the draft that is not right, and yeah, you're just gonna work on it slowly, and your best unit is Meditator Kawerik. He's really strong. And then I realized, okay, maybe this is how I should go about it. Just pump everything into Meditator Kawerik and it'll work out. So yeah, that's what I did, and it suggested that I go for like a combo with Dragonbright Senya and Ruel and FCC and 1 DPS, and okay, fine. I didn't do any more farming because I realized that okay, there are some units that I can use actually which are built from the game, and I even asked like, should I use my select on anything, and it told me Bossaranka, but I was like, am I really gonna play Bossaranka and like gear her and have a good Bossaranka? No, probably that's not gonna happen. And yeah, so I still don't know what to use the selector on, but if you have any idea, then I would appreciate if you could leave a comment maybe. Anyway, so I came up with this strategy. I actually used Dragonbright Senya first, but then as my third pick I used Bellion because she just did the job much better. So I always went Meditator Kawerik first pick, and then just slamming my composition the same every time.